What's up? What's going on? What's happening, YouTube?
The mechanics.
So, as you guys can see, boom, bam, bing, right hand drive. You know what I'm saying? We working on her at this current moment right here. Quick update since I gave you guys an update on Black Pearl. So I tried to turn this thing around. I drove her after the A-arms once or twice. Tried to turn her around because I heard a popping sound, so I was gonna check my lower ball joint on this side. As I was pulling her in, let her sleep for a couple of days, went to turn her around just so I can start working on her and check that side. And guess what? Boom, pow, bang. Another one bites the dust. So I'm down yet another fender on this side. Ball joint popped off yet again for the third time on this side since I've done the wheel bearing. Wheel bearing on this side. This one originally just had a faulty issue with the ball joint to begin with. That one messed up, and then this one has messed up I think twice since I've done the wheel bearing. Just the bolts, man, those bolts are tricky. Those are usually a one-time thing. You put them on, you leave them on until it's time to remove them and replace them. So guess what? Time to get cracking on this. We got drive train issues on this and drivability issues on Pearl. So one of these got to work by the end of the day. Ball joint needs to be situated. I took the ball joint castle nut off of the remaining extra ball joint that I had just to roll this back in here. I was gonna turn it around originally. Did not get that far. Literally broke down right here. Wheel popped off. So got that on, enough to roll it back. So I'm gonna work this crank out in my neck that somehow I managed to get overnight and on this quiet Sunday afternoon featuring Channel 3 News. Something popping off right around the cognac. I'm gonna try to work this kink out of my neck, try to get that young T Grizzly fresh out, try to get motivated for the day. Yeah, let's get to it. Got the young wheel off. This is the damage. She's not as bad. She was perfect. So this is frustrating as hell. These fenders are not easy to come by anymore. Stock fenders. So if you're planning on running stock and being stance, make sure your fenders are available, because these billies are not. If you can find them, they're like 3+. So anyways, AR looking G decent as well. This is my issue right here. See that little castle nut? That is my issue, and it is annoying. And one thing that is for sure, if your ball joint falls out, you're definitely gonna lose an axle. So that's what this mission right now is, to replace this axle so I have a fresh axle, and then figure out a situation for the ball joint. So truth be told, if you guys could see, okay, so this is not the original castle nut. This is the nut that I used to get on the car so it could just roll literally from right there to right here. This was not intended on being here, so look past this anyways. So this is just an example of what happens see how the bolt, oh damn. Okay, so see how the bolt is spinning as well. So that's something that you don't want to happen, and that is my issue. That's been my issue since I took it off the first time, was I had that issue. So now buddy colored ball joints is yeah, they're done basically. So I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. While I was at, the spot getting the radiator yesterday, I did go ahead and get some new ball joints. Not because I don't want to run the buddy clubs, just primarily for safety reasons. The fact that they're already compromised is the reason why I don't want to run them or continue running them. Essentially, if I had this castle nut and I just ram this castle nut all the way up on this right here, on this nut, is normally how you do it. You wedge it in there and there's like a little press. If you see that little right here, it presses itself in there, and normally it stops that from moving to where you can, impact it enough to a torque spec that you're happy with, or the recommended torque spec. When it spins like that, that means that it's compromised and it's not going to wedge itself, or it doesn't want to wedge itself, or you need to make it wedge itself. Either way, those threads are already pitched and I just don't want to deal with another ball joint falling off. So I am going to go ahead and switch these out. Every time I pull these off, I'm just gonna switch these out. So now that I have the axle out, I have one ball joint. Not only do I have one ball joint, but I have two ball joints. So I have two ball joints. I am gonna do the axle, and then I'm gonna do both ball joints, just so this issue does not persist. I have all the tools. As long as I can grab the axle with no issue, under warranty. Thank you. Thank you. I should be good. So I'm gonna cut y'all back on when I make some progress.
2 hours later.
So just got back. Decent little parts run. Come to find out that I will not be able to replace my lower ball joints because I am missing one crucial item to remove these things and install them, which is that big ass C-clamp. So I don't have that. Last time it was a renter tool, and I just bought the cups that go over to push it out and push it back in. So I mean, there's another way to do it, but that requires taking the whole ass knuckle off, and I don't want to take the knuckle off. So yeah, good warranty, good brand new axle. Axle is here. Now in theory I could just put this bolt on here, like I said, lock it up there, hold them on, but I don't want to do that just for safety reasons. So I'm not going to drive this car until this is replaced. Yeah, like I said, that thread is already compromised, so I'm not even going to touch it. But we are going to focus our attention back to Pearl and her overheating issue. So now that is the next task. And even though I did just drive this to the parts store, had a nice little breakfast, now I gotta change this, and it's hot everywhere. Alright, boys and girls, if you guys can see what this rig is right here, this is basically negative, and power leads off of the battery itself. Now this is a negative. This is a positive, and if you see, let me angle the fan a little bit. Okay, so now let me pull this power off so we don't have no arcing. Now, as you see, this fan did spin. With this being said, I'm gonna put this to the side. This is my, oh wait. This is my OG fan. This is the fan that is installed, as you guys can see. Now, I did the same thing with this, to this fan and to this connector, and the fan did not spin. So I have reason to believe that this is my weak link. So with this being said, being the fact that I cannot get my sensor for this, I am because I think my problem is actually that. Unfortunately, I can't take this back because this was almost $150. I was really hoping that it would be the $30 sensor instead of the $150 radiator fan, but let's get this, let's get all of this done. Helicopters. So we got the radiator out. As you can see, I burnt myself with the remaining fluids. While that's out, hey, let's go ahead and replace this since I have it and it's right here. Oh, I hope this is the front one. Yeah, let's go ahead and replace this since it's here and it's out and it's ready. Yeah, let's do that. Definitely been needing this Billy done. Boy, if everything ain't overheating right now, my headphones, my phones, this thing, oh, see, there go my headphones. So that motor mount, she's out. Okay. New one is ready to get bolted up. As well as this radiator fan is off. I retested this one to make sure that with direct power it turns on. It does not turn on. So the new fan that I did buy does get power, does turn on, so that checks out. So other than that, we have a new thermostat going in as well. It's open. Why not do it at the same time? You feel me? It doesn't hurt to do it, and it's not gonna kill it. That is new, so might as well replace it. Gasket is in there, thank God. She looks G decent. That one's off, this one's ready to go on. And then I can bolt that mount up and start putting things back together. Update, still sweating, still hot. Front motor mount replaced, radiator replaced, AC fan attached to the new radiator fan replaced, thermostat replaced. Now it's time to put everything back together. Whew, it's hot. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up. Everything is in, everything is back together. I have a headache that's beyond this world due to the fact that it's hot outside. As you guys can see, there's no cloud in sight. Yeah, just like holes. Anyways, so she's all back together. Radiator is in. All I need to do is burp her, put some more coolant in, top her off, and make sure she has no leak. Other than that, everything is good. Everything is back together. Everything is done. That is not getting touched no more today because I don't have that C-clamp pushy thingy to get the ball joint out, which is okay because like I said, I have a headache and I'm going upside to cool off. And I'm gonna slide this up here and act like y'all didn't see that. Yeah. Anyways, so with this being said, like, comment, subscribe, come back. With this being said, peace, I'm gone.
mechanics.